I'm joined by Kyle Balgamez. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations to Brian DeMars. Zach Allen.
I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Pro Tour counter-attack here, Ari Lax.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Making Magic Happen, brought to you by RIW Hobbies and Games in Livonia, Michigan. I'm Zach, and today we're laddering, continuing the grind to Mythic. I'm back on my Sultai nonsense, I guess you'd say. Big change today. I'm trying 4 Thassa's Intervention in the main over the Reign of Revelation or Dark Bargain slot. Really think this one looks interesting. I'm not convinced it's better than Reign. Reign gives you filtering and the same amount of card draw, but this gives you the option of more counter spells, which can be relevant. It's an expensive counter spell, but sometimes it's just fine. I really want to see how this plays, so I'm going to try this out. It might be bad. We might switch off of it pretty quickly, but it looks good. Other than that, the sideboard's mostly the same. I now have the Wilts because of Teamer Adventures. No more Duresses, just 1 Agonizing Remorse instead to make room for the Mystical Dispute I cut from the main to add the 4th Thassa's Intervention. I'm just going to see how this plays. I'm not sure it's good. I have 3 Balagad recoveries now. I really like the idea of late game we have a ton of mana using Thassa's Intervention to find something you need plus Balagad, then Balagading back to Thassa's Intervention, and then keep looking through your deck. It's this kind of nice card draw engine that lets you find all the pieces you need. And the one thing that's really driving me towards Thassa's Intervention is this deck, when it has Uro, feels almost unbeatable, and when it doesn't have access to Uro, isn't great. So just being able to consistently find Uros later in the game is really powerful, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know how good this is going to be, but I'm interested. I'm going to try it out. We'll see how it plays. Let's get to battling. I think, just a quick check, I am in Diamond Tier 4. I got to Diamond in the last video, have not played a game since, so let's battle. Alright, this hand looks pretty good. We could use one more blue source, but we've got black. This should help us find another blue. We've got a sweeper to catch up. I think this is definitely a keep. Didn't check if we're on the play or draw. I think we're on the play. I think I remember seeing that. I'm not sure. Definitely a little green heavy. Pretty unlikely to play this land, but we might. More likely that I use it to get back a Blood Chief's Thirst and Blood Chief's Thirst something. I don't know. Alright, opponent's mulling. Didn't like their hand, I guess. Sure. That's our blue source. It's tapped, which is a little annoying, but Scrylands are great. We've got a pretty good defensive hand. And by the time we really need it, it should be good. Ooh, Mystical Dispute's not a bad draw either. I'll keep that. Lets me kill this Lotus Cobra they're about to play this turn and then have a dispute for their next play. Just fine. No Cobra. Interesting. I think there's actually an argument to playing the forest there so I can leave up the dispute. Ooh, that seems very good. I'll keep that. Bone Crush me. Alright. I think I would dispute Neuro here just to slow him down. I would very much like to be able to use this as the draw 2 mode the next turn and then get it back with Balagad. We'll see what they do though. Given that I have an extinction event already too, I'm fine to let this resolve and get a couple hits in. Not super scared of that. Yeah, this turn I would like to draw 2. If I have to counter something, I have to counter something. That's fine. Not the end of the world. Perfect. Just a straight draw, too. We'll take it all day. If they have a counter spell, then it gets countered. Yep, I'll put those two in my hand. Fine. Do I want another black source? I don't think I care that much. I could Palaka Predation them, but then I gotta take down Neutralize. I'm just gonna play the land. Just keep getting lands in play. Keep getting further ahead. Do I want another forest? No, not really. I mean, it is a land to play next turn, but I might just play the Palaka. I probably will play the Palaka Predation as a land. I think I'm fine with that. I probably will cycle the Shark Typhoon too. They're just out here crushing. Okay. It's fine. I mean, if they play the Bone Crush here too, it's just a very easy extinction event turn. Perfect. Then I even get to leave up Dispute. In case they do have an Omnath next turn, like draw an untapped land, play an Omnath, dispute it. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to extinction event, name Odd. And then I do think I play the Palaka Predation here. It would actually be good to cast next turn. You know what? I don't really need double black. I might need double black for this, but I don't really need it. I think I'm just going to play the land. I think that's fine. I think that is totally fine. Coda Slobra, okay. Yeah, it feels like a pretty easy Blood Chief's Thirst turn. I think I will just play the Palaka Predation here just so I don't miss my land drop. We have our thing on board, and we get to kind of just bury them with counterspells now. We've got a clock. I mean, it's a slow one, 8 turns, but I essentially have 5 counterspells in my hand at the moment, so... I mean, I can just counter stuff, keep bringing back stuff with Balaged. I do think I'm supposed to cycle here. No, you know what? I'm not going to. Another extinction event. Alright. I'm going to return my Thassa's Intervention here. This is why this card's so nice. Still have access to a counterspell this turn. Can card draw if they don't really do anything crazy. Feels like there's an Omnath coming right here. That would be my guess. Yep, let's neutralize that. Ooh, Agonizing Remorse is a pretty good draw too. So they've got another Omnath, an Escape, a Felidar Retreat. I mean, I'm going to counter whatever they play this turn no matter what, I think. I guess Escape is slightly scary. I mean, they're all... I might have to counter all of these things. I guess I'll take the Omnath. There's like a world where I could let Escape resolve later in the game. It certainly won't be this turn that I let it resolve if they draw a land and play it, but there's a world where I could. That one... You know, I don't even know if that one's too good. That one I could actually maybe let happen. As long as I counter the rest, it like makes a 2/2. It's just, yeah, it's not that strong. Alright, I'm going to let that one resolve. If they drew land this turn, it's kind of annoying. Oh, they drew 2 lands? Ugh. I guess I should have countered that. I can just counter everything. I don't know why. Alright, well, Negate and Fabled Passage is still good. Do I want to buy back anything? I don't think I do yet. And... Can I attack? I don't think I really can. This kind of forces them to make this into a 3/3 instead of making 2 2/2s, which is slightly better for me. Yeah, I probably should have countered that one. That might have been a mistake. Regardless, as soon as I find an Uro, everything's going to be A-okay. Alright, I will negate that. Oh my gosh, they found another one. them using the Fabled Passage here is actually very good for me. They're not super close to casting this at all. They have a white source that's hurting them. Still think this is supposed to be a blue source. I could get a swamp here, and that would be fine, but I'm going to get a blue source. I think it's 3, right? No, I can do 4. Alright, perfect. We got the Uro. Do I want to land? Land is, like, okay, but nothing spectacular. Alright, I'm just going to take the land and the counterspell. Or the... Ooh, the negate maybe changes things. I do think I'm supposed to even this now. We got the Uro set up for next turn. So, can basically invalidate this. I do think they're about to bring back Uro, and that's fine by me. I'll neutralize. Alright, they got a 2-2. Alright, let's put Uro in play. I was going to say, if we draw an untapped land, I would flash it back. Given we are not going to, I don't think I will. Although, I do think I can just play this one, because I can negate either of the things they play next turn. And this kind of just gets me sifting through my library. Yeah, another neutralize is fine. The only thing that really punishes me here is another Omnath, which they've already gone through 2. I think it's not super likely they have that, or they draw that. Okay. I mean, every land they draw is good. It gives them 2/2s, but that's just not going to beat Uro. Negate. Yeah, let's bring back Uro. Alright, so I want to hit cards. I already have multiple copies. So negate I can get rid of. Probably don't care about Fabled Passage. Balagate I can get rid of. Mystical Dispute's kind of dead now. I have another... No, I've already used my extinction event. I want that. I guess there's 2 of them. I can get rid of 1 extinction event. That's fine. Perfect. Heartless Act is actually a great draw. Take that all day. Omnath. I think I should just counter this. I already have, like, essentially 2 more counter spells in my hand. Not super worried. I kind of want to just stop them from having resources here. And another island. I can bottom that pretty safely. I don't really need it. I'm going to play this for turn. And let's get back Thassa's Intervention. Can cast all my stuff. I've got a counter spell. I've got a kill spell. Mostly just not worried about anything opponent's doing here. They're going to have to cast this at some point. It's going to be very easily countered. Alright, they don't go away. All the kitties. Is it worth it to push damage? I think it is. I do think it is. So I've got 2 counter spells here, and they can only really play 2 more spells this game. I'm going to counter both of them. I have 3 counter spells. So I mean, if they draw a land, it could be kind of annoying, but if they draw a land, I can counter it, or I can counter the Genesis Ultimatum, and then Thassa's Intervention for another removal spell and just be fine. Get to look 4 cards deep for a removal spell and the game's over. Got a decent amount I can hit too. Soul Shader works. Take this, I guess. Alright, Soul Shader you. Perfect. Alright, so post board, I don't really like the Shirks. Shirks are a little eh. I want some more disputes. I want to negate. I don't think Bloodchief's Thirst is actually great. I'd much rather have Heartless Act. I think Bloodchief's Thirst is, like, fine. I've been on the fence about second Ugin. I think it's okay. I think I'd rather just have an Agonizing Remorse. Just cheap spells that take all their card draw stuff away just seems really strong to me. I could see another Soul Shatter. I could get behind that. And it is possible it's better than one of the Extinction events. I think that's actually true. I'm going to do that. Although, this one was playing Retreat, which maybe makes me think that Extinction event's slightly better than Soul Shatter. That might actually be the case. I don't usually go down on counter spells, but I think I actually could in this matchup. Just based on the fact that I have Thassa's Intervention now. I think I could do that. I could also just not have all these Agonizing Remorse. I do like Agonizing Remorse, though. A decent amount against this deck. If I only have 2 disputes, I think that's fine. This hand is not a keep. Does not have good mana. It's the same exact issue. Alright, this at least has colors of mana in it. This hand is still not very good. Bottom these 2. Yeah, this hand is bad. I'm gonna have a really hard time winning this game. Okay, that was actually a good draw though. That was a great draw because now I can Agonizing Remorse into Hold Up Dispute. Lotus Cobra's scary, certainly. Let's hope I can take an Omnath. I can't. That said, this hand's actually very beatable. Do you think I'll take an Uro? Like, I think their hand's like mostly pretty bad. They also just don't have blue mana. Like at sorcery speed, they don't have blue mana. So if I kill Uro here, then... Or if I kill Lotus Cobra, then they can't cast half their stuff. Which I think is pretty strong. Perfect. Good old-fashioned cast 2 3-mana spells on turn 3. That's just the way Magic was intended. Now they just have all their colors. All that said, I do actually think I'm in still not that bad of a spot. No, I'm in a terrible spot. Now they get to have Dispute up. Yeah, Cultivate was like an absolutely absurd draw for them right there in that exact spot. Any other point in the game, it's like not that good. Right there, it was so good. We Genesis Ultimatuming? Nope. Okay. Alright, well, now I can at least kill the Coda Lobra on their turn. I'll let them go into combat and then kill it. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that punishes me here, but I'm behind enough that I think I need to take some somewhat risky lines. I mulled a 5 to start the game. Yeah, I mean, this goes bad for me. They dispute back. I at least get to Soul Shatter it, but I think this is where the game ends. Omnath is just such a brutal card, man. Well, a 5 on the draw against this deck where they have counterplay. They drew kind of perfect off the Uro. Gonna be a tough one for me to keep playing. Not that I can't. I definitely can't let Omnath chill. That's gonna get me killed. But if their hand's mostly lands, which is probably not because I missed their land drop, but if it is mostly lands, I think I have a shot. They are not super close to casting Genesis Ultimatum either. This white source is really hurting them. I can't flashback Uro at the moment because they're missing another green. Perfect. Alright, I can mostly just concede to this. I can't win anymore. Although that wasn't great for them. I think I'm dead here. I think I'm dead there. Yeah, I mean, tough. Tough spot there. Alright, on the play, I think Mystical Dispute gets better. I think Soul Shatter's a little worse. I think this is all fine. I mean, 2 straight... Like, this deck does not multiply very much. 2 straight hands where you just didn't have colors just isn't super common, and it's really bad when it happens. Man, this hand stinks. Just doesn't have early plays. It does have multiple sweepers to catch me up. I do think it's a keep, but this hand is not good. This hand is, like, very not good. That said, it's not, like, horrible. It's just not good. Okay. Temple of Milady's not terrible. I'm definitely bottoming another. If I knew I was drawing back-to-back temples, I definitely wouldn't have played this on one, but I guess I could have just led on this. I think it's better to just get this simply tapped there, though. I'm kind of trying to sneak in a good extinction event. Yeah, Codas Lobra every time. Okay, that's not castable, which is kind of a shame. Would not mind like land Omnath here. That kind of amounts to the same thing. Obviously, this isn't ideal for me. This is not the spot I want to be in, but if their play is Omnath here, I can get rid of a Codas Lobra and an Omnath in the same turn. Their next turn follow-up could also be an Omnath, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. In fact, it's pretty likely to be an Omnath. But I at least got rid of 2 of them. They made blue? Okay, so not Omnath. Well, this is actually fine for me. I don't really know why R&D. It's like, you know what Standard needs in this just play as many lands as you want format is Lotus Cobra. Not sure I really agree with that, but here we are. Alright, things not looking great for me right now. An opponent definitely has a Mystical Dispute in their hand the way they've played. They've just held it up the whole game. I mean, it is what it is. I wonder if they have a Mystical Dispute or Negate. I feel like it's pretty likely they do. Weird. The way they're tapping doesn't suggest counterspell. Ooh, Felidar Retreat? Alright, well. I'm going to counter this. And then I'm going to get disputed. And that'll be in play. And that's annoying, but it is what it is. I have an Ugin later in the game to answer it. Oh, they had a dispute? Who could have seen that coming? So unlucky for me. Alright, well, there's actually my own dispute, which isn't terrible. Question now is, do I want to, like, get back Dasa's intervention. I don't think that's crazy. I think I'm just going to play a Zaggoth. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Zaggoth. I'd rather use this extinction event later so I can at least clean up some of this Felidar Retreat mess. I definitely can't let a draw 5 happen. Man, Lotus Cobra is just way too good. I have 4 Heartless Axe in my deck and Sweepers to get rid of it. This is tough. They have an Uro. I'm going to say that resolves. It's a little scary. They're pretty close to using it, but it's fine. I would not say things are going well for me. Let me put it that way. If they play an Omnath here too, I kind of have to decide if I want to counter it. I think I probably don't, honestly. Another Uro. Well, that's fine. Okay. Heartless Axe not actually bad here. Lets me kill the follow-up Uro. I can also just kill the Lotus Cobra. Yeah, that sounds way better to me. Get that off the table. I was maybe supposed to play this. I'm going to stop an opponent's upkeep and kill the Lotus Cobra. If they want to fight over this, that's fine. It's kind of annoying because, like, the Mystical Dispute they're still holding in their hand is going to be good against, like, when they played the Escape. Oh, that's... yeah, I mean, I should counter that, I think, before they get to draw a card. I at least get to play around Dispute here now, too, which is good. Oh, they have Negate. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Don't really want to draw Neutralize. I do need to kill Omnath. So let's do that. I want even. And now I think they're going to resolve something which is terrible for me, but it's kind of just where I'm at. The Zugin's not... I don't think the Zugin's going to be good enough to catch me back up. Unless they play Uro this turn. If they bring back Uro and kind of whiff, I maybe have a shot. They might be trying to play around Negate. They have used a decent amount of counter magic. Nope. Oh, they are still... Yeah, they're going to hold up Dispute. Yeah, okay. Makes a lot of sense. One turn late on this getting the Uro. It's annoying. Ooh, they never had anything. Interesting. They can't quite cast Genesis Ultimatum. They are close. Yeah. I think I need to hope they whiff for a turn and that I draw something that matters here. Which I don't know how likely that is, but I think that's where I'm at. I'm lucky they need exactly a red source too. Which, I mean, obviously they will have it the turn after this, but this turn they don't, so that's good for me. I I need to draw an untapped land, though. I'm kind of in a really dire strait here. Okay. That's pretty terrible for me. It's the tapped land. Perfect. I think I am actually just dead to this Felidar. It's a tilt. It is a tilt. I think this deck plays better than that, but that's frustrating. Alright, this hand looks good. Hands with Uro in this deck are just premium. Just always. Got all my colors. I've got multiple counter spells. Alright, first Uro's good. Don't really need the second. It's also not a bad draw. Do I want it on black? Probably not. We'll wait though. I don't need to do that yet. Alright, well, we might end up going on black, but I think I'm going to just Uro, put in a Fabled Passage on green, I would guess. Well, I probably will get a third blue source here at some point. Maybe I just play this as blue. This is green and black, I guess. Alright. You'll love to see it. Just mono Uro mirror or matchup. Alright. So I like where we're at. If they start jamming, we can counter. If they don't jam, we get to draw 2. Either way, works out for us. We're actually like getting kind of close to bringing back our Uro, which is pretty nice. Cultivate, yeah. I'd rather draw 2 here. So I think I'm getting green and black, and then I'll put this in as blue. I could also just get blue. I think that's actually fine. Put this in as black. So far returns on Thassa's intervention are that it's okay. I'll take these 2 though. That's not too bad. Yeah, let's do this as black. Hit him with the remorse. Sure. Alright, what do we got here? Another Uro, a Dryad I don't super care about. I still think the things to take are these. How many cards are in their graveyard for this Uro? Not that many. Maybe I just take the Uro. I can counter these 2 and be mostly fine with it. I already have the counters in my hand. That's fine, yeah. I'll get rid of this Uro. Yep, seems fine. Escape to the Wields. Alright, do I want to negate or neutralize? So next time I bring back Uro using these, I can put this in as blue and have neutralize up. So negate here seems slightly better. Ooh, Shark's not bad. So this actually needs to be blue. We'll get rid of These, would I rather have a negate or an agonizing remorse? I think I'd rather have the negate. Alright. So if they jam the intervention, we can counter it and bring back neutralize next turn with Balaged. Either way, I think we're mostly fine. If they play something that's not that, Omnath. Yeah, that's fine. I'll counter that. The rest of their hand's not very good. They play this next turn, and that doesn't matter, and then I can counter this the turn after. Perfect. Oh, we can also just Palaka Predation them, and then counter Uro. Yeah, that seems great. Give me that. Can I actually counter Uro? It can't even come back. It can't even come back quite yet. I can't counter it either. I think I'm supposed to play this Balaged as a land, honestly. I think it's close, but I think I'd rather have it in as a land right at this moment because my hand's so full of gas. That's pretty annoying. I can't quite counter it. Alright. Ugh. That was like the absolute perfect thing for them to draw this turn. It's really frustrating. All of this said, this is still beatable. It's still fine. It's not ideal, but this is beatable. Yep. I do need to counter Uro. Uro would be way too good here to come back, and I think they can exactly bring it back. But these cards don't really matter. Alternatively, I can just extinction event away most of this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they play a land. They'd have like 5 extra. I extinction event. I can counter for 4. So I don't even quite get there. Still, I think I'm supposed to. I'm kind of hoping they draw a land and just play Bone Crusher here. Bone Crushing me doesn't do all that much. Okay, they did Bone Crush me and I'm at 28. That's interesting. Just get this out of my hand. Okay, tap land's not great. Okay. Don't really want another land. I think I'm supposed to scry. Ooh, Heartless Act. So what if I Uro into it? Then I can't really deal with Ugin. Okay. I think I just need to let them have a turn with Uro, which stinks, but I think is correct here. I just have to stop this Ugin, like, at all costs. They're, like, mostly priced into casting Ugin, which just makes this fine for me. Rada. Yeah, Rada's fine. I'm going to Extinction Event next turn, like no matter what. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they can make exactly 2 mana to pay, right? They fetch, it's just 2. Alright, so I get to dispute this. That's actually excellent. So we've mostly limited the damage from that escape, which I think is pretty good. I'm just going to keep trying to aggregate resources, get my... Ooh, a Soul Shatter would have been pretty good. It's still fine, though. Alright, let's attack with everything. See what opponent does. Interesting, no blocks. So let's, no, go like this. That uses too many of my blacks. I guess this was actually right. Use another green. I want to hit odd here. And then I can Uro again. And I can actually bring back Uro. That's an interesting fetch. I don't think I would have done that. And I can bring back Uro here. Depends on what we draw off the Uro, I think, but I can do it. I would like to draw a Neutralize here. That would be excellent. Oh, I would like to put this in play. Okay, Balagad's actually really good. Yeah. So I think that's fine. I'll leave that, and then I think I'm supposed to just Heartless Act this. And now opponent could draw a Genesis Ultimatum. It would be really bad for me, but they only get one draw step to hit something insane. And if they don't, like if they just draw a land or like even like a Shatter Skull Smashing, like something not crazy, I'm pretty good. Okay, that's fine. That works out just fine for me. I do think I want to get rid of this Bone Crush now. Because now I get to bring back Uro with Neutralize backup. Let's get rid of the Shark. Extinction, Heartless, Palaka, and Mystical. Another Uro's not great, but it is fine. Yep. I would like Neutralize. Alright, can I cast this Uro in a way where I can leave up Neutralize? I can. So I want to keep this one. Alright, so many Uros. Very many Uros. Well, glad I got back Neutralized. Holy cow, that could have been real bad for me. Yeah, now they've seen enough. Alright. Alright, so I still like these. Dispute I'm getting less and less high on. I really don't like Ugin when they start bringing in more stuff. I do want more of this. I'm still going to trim a Blood Chief's Thirst. Trim both my Shirks. And I still think I should cut an Extinction Event. It's just like not the card I want. I would not be shocked if I should just hit... I guess 2 Ugins like isn't terrible. It's pretty bad though. Do I have a Heartless Act on my board? I don't. I boarded it in. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to this. I'm going to bring this in and cut both of these. I really don't think Blood Chief's Thirst is good against this deck. The only thing it kills is exactly Lotus Cobra. And it does it at sorcery speed, which just gives them a window to get value out of it first. Okay, this hand looks bad, but is actually like not that bad. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, it's not ideal, certainly, but I do think it's a keep. Really praying for no turn 2 Lotus Cobra here. Especially given that I drew Redundant Uro as my first draw step. They probably don't have a turn 2 Lotus Cobra. Oh my god, they didn't. How lucky. I think I can still play this and set up to draw Uro. It does mean I can't neutralize the turn after, which stinks, but it is kind of what it is. So Uro? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to fetch so I stop getting priority. I think that's smart. Alright, would like to draw a blue source here. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to wait a minute on these Uros. I've got cheap plays I can make, so I'm not in any rush. And they're going to give me to Ugin, but I'm going to give him a second. The front half of Uro is just not a big priority in this deck. It's certainly, I mean, it's fine, but it's just not a big priority. That's fine. Do they get the value? No value. Let me Heartless Act. Let me Heartless Act. Ah, they got the value. Brutal. Hate to see it. Right, Mystical Dispute was actually okay. Not spectacular, but it is okay. I really wish I had another blue source right now. I obviously do not, but I wish I did. Instead, if they have to escape to... Oh, okay. Can I Uro yet? I still think I'm not supposed to. I think I'm just supposed to play this as blue and wait a second. If opponent's waiting, I can wait. They do have the, like, they have to make a play thing. Like, that's going to happen for them. Okay, that was actually a pretty good draw. I think I can still wait. Given I drew a land, I definitely can. If I missed land, I probably would have played Uro there. But I did not, so I think I can wait. Omnath. Yeah, let's neutralize that. And here, I think it's pretty likely they have like a dispute or a negate. A dispute I would pay for. Okay, I will pay for that. A negate I would have disputed back. Alright, so they got 3 mana to do something here. They didn't really do anything with it. They're not super close to Uro. Oh no, they actually can bring back Uro next turn. I can wait and cast all my counter spells. So yeah, given I drew neutralize, I think I still want to wait. Opponent's actually like pretty low on resources. I would like to convert this dispute into something here. I think it's unlikely to happen, but I would like to be able to do that. I think they're definitely casting Uro, and it's leaving up 5 mana. I do think I'm supposed to neutralize here. Okay, Agonizing Remorse is actually very good. So they have Dispute and things I don't care about. Or, well, I do kind of care about the Ugin. Still probably better. I guess I can just make this Dispute dead, though. how interested am I in playing Uro here? If they like rip Genesis Ultimatum, they can't cast it. They could cast Escape to the Wilds, and that would be really bad. But Escape is like the only thing that really punishes me here. I think I'm going to take a risk and get this in play. Try and hit a land. Okay, we didn't, but that's a good draw. I need him to whiff on one draw step. Okay, that's a whiff. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. So here... this is actually interesting if I'm supposed to pay. I think that I'm not. I'm just going to let it resolve. And I'm just going to play Balagad here. It's interesting because I could have paid for it and then got rid of Uro. And that would have left them with absolutely nothing top decking. But then I don't get to leave up Negate and they could resolve something crazy. I don't love that. But it's going to happen. Alright, let's bring back Uro. I don't want the fourth agonizing here. It's fine. The important thing is I have a negate for any of the crazy stuff, like Escape. Second Omnath. I will just dispute that, I think. Okay, so I can Ugin here. How many cards are in the graveyard? Not quite enough to Uro. Let's start by attacking with my Uro. See where we get. Alright, I'm going to put that in play. Double blocking? Oh, that's like excellent for me. I don't think that could have gone like any better at all. I'm going to take that. Can I bring this one back? I can bring it back. That's insane. So opponents on a dead top deck here. Genesis Ultimatum, they still can't cast. They don't have blue. Escape to the Wilds would be a really good draw, but that's, I mean, that's really it. Alright, I'm going to keep cycling through these Uros now. Definitely keep the one that's in play. Yep. Alright, you got one draw step. It better be great. Alright, they realize it wasn't great. Slowly moving up. Biffy Clyro? That's a really sweet name. I don't know what it means, but it is definitely sweet. I think this hand's good. It's got all my colors. It looks weird. It looks like a 3 blue land hand with only black and green spells, but it actually has green and black mana. And I've got a bunch of really good cheap interaction. I'm going to lead on Balagad. This is just the best turn to get it in play. And then probably Remorse twice, depending on what's in their hand, I guess. Oh man, opponent's got a lot happening here. So, what do I actually care about here? I think I can beat Rimrocks. The Shatter Skulls don't really matter. I guess they... No, now they don't have green to even play Kazandu. So I can just not worry about Kazandu at the moment. That's a terrible draw step. Oh, they did get the other green source. But that's still fine, I think. Taking Rimrock actually saves me damage, I think. So I'll take that. Yeah. Love a growth spiral here. Okay. That's actually not terrible. Yeah. Kind of hoping there's not a great creature this turn. Yep. Okay. That kind of counts as a great creature. So I have to cycle my neutralize here, unfortunately. We need an extinction event or an Uro pretty quick. We actually die. Okay. That's not terrible. Scry. Block of Predation's not good. So I get to at least hit the Rimrock here. I was maybe supposed to do this so I could stop an Embercleave this turn. If they drew exactly Embercleave, I get really punished. Still need a way to beat this Questing Beast, though, unfortunately. Blocks. Do they have Embercleave? Okay. Extinction Event still mostly saves me, though. Extinction Event? Extinction Event. One time. Uro would also be insane here. Bloodchief's Thirst doesn't do it. Can I Thassa's? I could Thassa's for 1 and hit exactly Heartless Act and kind of be alive. Yeah. Let's make the play that gives me the shot of winning. Thassa's for 1 also has the beauty of hitting Uro into untapped black source, I guess. This isn't great. Alright, Balagad doesn't do it. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough spot. If they just drew... I needed him to whiff last turn, I would have been good, but this deck doesn't whiff that often, so it's not like I have a lot of hope that that's going to happen. Negate's really bad. Mystical Dispute's pretty bad. Shark Typhoon, I think, is bad. I could cut a Palaka Predation. I don't really want to do that, though. Oh, I think Agonizing Remorse is like pretty bad. It's like 2 tempo negative, I think. It is a cheap play, though. Oh, Neutralize is bad. I'd rather cut Neutralizes and have another Agonizing, I think. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Neutralize is like okay, but not great. I also could have cut a Thassa's Intervention there. I think that's... Maybe Neutralize is better than Thassa's Intervention. I think that's close. Yeah, this hand seems actively quite good. The big question here is, do I want to lead on this? I think I'd rather save this to hit a Questing Beast on turn 3. I think that's my read. Although, let's see what happens with the land situation here. Alright, don't want to draw Ugin. I was pretty happy I led on Temple instead of Palaka now. Go away, Ugin. Yeah, Animal. I think I'm just going to play Island here. Now I'm pretty tempted to just play the Palaka. I think that's going to be fine. Coda Slowbro. Ooh, I like Coda Slowbro out of this deck. I'm not going to kill it. I'd rather save this for a QB. Okay. Now I can Palaka Predation, and I kind of wish I had killed it, but that's fine. I still think I'm going to. I just want to get to Gargledon. He's the game plan here. And I've got the mana to do it now. I can play this on blue, this on green, and we're set. We're Gargledoning. Is there a creature? There is a creature. Alright, I'm just going to play this on blue and pass. When they go to eat, I will probably Heartless Act. Yoink. But you can have the life, that's fine. I also think there's an argument to just not doing that because it's pretty likely they play a 4-drop this turn. And if that's the case, then I would have Extinction Evented next turn and still had my card, but also like a QB here is not that good. I mean, it's good, but it's not the end of the world for me by any means. Oh, Lovestruck Beast, that's fine. That I am fine with. Ooh, and even another one. Alright, let's get Garglydon in play. So, if they attack with Lovestruck Beast this turn, I am not blocking. They're probably Ember Cleaving me. Okay, they did not. Oh, now I think the game's over. Let's draw a card. Perfect. Double block here is absolutely fine. Get the Heartless Act. This. Get that trample damage in. Pretty sweet. Even hit my land drop. Gargledon is just so good. The Gargles? Bone Crush me? Okay, that's fine. Don't mind that at all. Mr. Gargles can make up all of that damage by himself. Gargles. Garglydon. Kazandu Mammoth. I think that's fine. Yeah, I could have countered it, but it's also just like pretty easy for me to find a removal spell for it. So use this as a draw too. Alright, some lands are fine. Alright, now things are starting to look less fine. All of that said, I do think I still want to draw a card. I was supposed to fetch before I did this, for the record. Heartless Act is excellent. I'll kill that. Gargledon drawing a card is messed up, man. That card's good. That is a very, very strong Baneslayer Angel. I do think I just want cheap plays. I think on the draw I'm going to cut another Neutralize. Agonized Remorse is not amazing, but it takes Questing Beast and Embercleave out of their hand. Some of the really hard cards to deal with, they can just kill me. Buys me time to get to Gargles and QB. Or, Uro. Obviously, this is the type of deck that can top deck through it pretty well. But I just need cheap plays. Like, the way this deck beats me is it just casts more spells, and their early spells are more impactful than mine, so I need to just try and eliminate that. Okay, I think this hand is a keep. It's got Sir Gargles, it's got double green, it's got cheap plays. It's a bunch of tap lands, which I don't love, but I do think it's a keep. Oh, this is actually a very good draw, too. So I get to go Blood Chief's Thirst, their 2-drop next turn, play Zagoth, Agonize Remorse the turn after, play Balagad, fetch, have Upthasas on the next turn, hopefully draw another land for Gargledon, and we should be good here. I am thirsty, my friend. I guess I'm playing this. Pretty unlikely I cycle because I'd rather just have this as like a bring back situation. Ooh, they don't have a land drop. That's very good for me. What's the scariest thing here? This hand's kind of terrifying, I'm not going to lie. If they draw a land, I'm in a lot of trouble. What's the scariest thing, though? Probably Questing Beast. I need him to miss this one turn, and I'm good. This deck has a lot of lands in it, though. They're not all that likely to miss. Alright, I don't need more lands. If they miss this one turn, though, I think I'm okay. But if they don't miss this turn, I'm going to lose, I think. Okay, it doesn't look like they necessarily hit. Okay, that's fine. That I can beat. I mean, I don't love it, but I can beat it. Senor Gargles is going to do the thing here, I think. Ooh, I can actually counter that, and it counters the backside. I kind of like that more than like drawing two. I think I'm going to do that. Alright, get the Gargledon in play. They're not super close to killing with Primal Might, although this can trade with it if they drew land. But I think I'm mostly okay with that. Okay. Codas Lober is a strong card. They do have to 2-for-1 themselves to make this happen, but again, I think that's okay. I mean, there might be an argument to just playing Garrick this turn if I'm them. You kind of have to Primal Might and 2-for-1 yourself, though. You're just not beating a Gargaroth. I just don't think it's super likely to happen. This is fights, right? Yeah, then it fights. Tough turn from the opponent for sure. I do think I'm supposed to just Balaga Recovery it back if this is the line they take, too. I'll say that much. Alright, give me Gargledon. And hopefully removal spell. Removal spell. Ugin? How close am I to that? Next turn is a land. I guess I can play Ugin. Ugin's actually not bad. I'll take an Ugin. Okay. We got Sir Gargs here. And I have Ugin next turn. So I don't think there's that many things they can really do to punish me here. I assume we're going to play Garrick. And I would guess we plus here. I mean, they have to have hit land. If they didn't hit land, I think we're pretty good. I will say this game is looking really tight, obviously, but, I mean, part of it is when Gruul is stuck on lands, it means they just have all spells. So, like, yeah, opponent's been gimped a little bit, but they have at least had a lot of spells to play, you know? Alright, well, this should seal the deal here. To -3 in, gain a bunch of life. Yep. I think I'm just going to get all 3 blue. I've got a bunch of other colors already. Yep, we can pack that in. Elgargs is going to finish this one off for us. There we go. There we go. Very strong. Very, very strong. This hand is pretty bad. On the draw, I do have a Scry. It's like 6 lands, though. Man, I don't know. I'm going to keep this, and I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but I have this as a catch-up mechanic. I get Scries. I'm on the draw, so, like, spells... Okay, against Mountain. You don't love to see that. Well, this is still going to be good. Alright. I mean, neutralize is better than not neutral than land, so I think I'm going to keep it. I also think I'm probably cycling this. Red, black? What? Excuse me? Just happened. Alright, well, I'll play this and bluff like I have something. I can also just cycle neutralize. It's not the end of the world here. Maybe just having Extinction Event is the answer. God, I love this card. This is like one of my favorite cards in the set. I love it so much. Robber of the Rich, you say, huh? Alright, well. I don't love my spot, but it's okay. Forest down. I think I'm going to play this as black. I mean, I'm cycling a Triome here. I could have played this Triome, given I have two, but I would much rather just be able to use my mana and cycle these. I think that's what this game is going to come down to, is being able to cycle. I'm going down to 10, which is not great. But hopefully... Okay, so opponent didn't do anything. That's actually like not bad for me. If I can draw like an Uro or a removal spell, that'd be excellent. Okay, removal spell's good. I'll take a removal spell. I think this is supposed to get green. And I feel like opponents hit a lot of my basics, so I'm kind of trying to get the fetches in now. I could see them killing this. Yeah, Bone Crush their own thing. That's fine. I would like even. So they can play a land and recast it. But that's fine. It doesn't like have haste. Ooh, Agonizing Remorse is kind of annoying. If they don't have a land here, though, this goes pretty good for me. Take my Agonizing Remorse. Okay. That's just an awful draw. Alright. I think my basic swamp got exiled. It did. So I probably want to play this as black. Well, I could just fetch now. I'm going to get back Extinction Event. And pass the turn. So I would Bone Crush. I would kill a Bone Crush here. If they play another even, I get to Extinction Event it. They won't play an even here, I don't think. I think that's extraordinarily unlikely. Ox of Agonis. Ooh, that's actually really strong. How many cards are in their graveyard? Just 2? Yeah, that's fine. Tosses Intervention. I think I'm supposed to put this on even. Just get rid of it. I think I'm just going to play the Triome. I'm probably going to have to like Thassa's Intervention for like an Uro or something next turn. So I'd rather get this in play now. This has really not worked out for us, as it turns out. Timuret Calls the Dead. Okay. I don't love it, but that is beatable. It does make this Ox coming back pretty likely. Really wish I had played this now and was able to negate that. Didn't think it was super likely I'd get a shot to do that, but here we are. Alright. I am out of basics, right? Did I discard one? No, I have exactly one island left, right? Yeah. Alright, I guess I get it. I'm not dead as the board sits, which is good. Okay, I was thinking Uro was like one of the best draws for me there. I was legitimately thinking that. Kind of wanted that on black, but I get to play Ugin next turn. It answers many of my issues here. Ugh, Cruxa. Hate it. Hate it. They at least can't Ox me. And bringing back Cruxa would actually be... Oh, alright, that's fine. I'll discard my negate. Are they going to cast the first Cruxa? Seems somewhat likely to me. They did. Okay. So I would not say I'm in a great spot, but I think I can win. Well, kind of hate negate, but we'll take it. Ugin. I mean, that was an insane Thassa's Intervention. The more I think about it, it kind of answered all of the issues. Opponent certainly could have stuff that kills me here, but next turn I get to bring back Uro, so they need to do it now, or this game's over. And I don't really think there's that many hasty things, especially because like Cruxa is some of their direct damage source, and like I have the negate to pitch. Okay, that's not terrible. It does let them bring back Cruxa here. No, they're one away, right? Fair enough. Cycling, sure. Okay, so I do think I'm -3 again. How are we on Cruxa? They can exactly bring back Cruxa next turn. So what if I just plus on this? That's probably better, right? No, because then they can Ox. I think I'd rather them bring back Cruxa. I think I would. Now I get Uro. 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have scryed first. I think I'm like one neutralize away from ending this game. Ugh. I think that was poor on my part. Alright. Extinction Event's actually good. It's an answer to their Cruxa, so I'm going to leave it. Let's get these lands in play. I think their turn is overwhelmingly likely to be play Cruxa. But it gets rid of the rest of their graveyard. But I've set up Ugin in a way where... Oh, they can just hardcast an Ox. Well, that was a really good draw on their part. I mean, obviously I can just kill it, but that was still a very good draw on their part. Oh, they can actually bring back Cruxa too? Well, I can plus on the Ox and Extinction Event on even to get rid of Cruxa. So I think this still works out for me. Alright, let's do this on even. Let's kill the Ox. And let's ship Uro. Go, bud. Oh, would you Shark Typhoon? That is excellent. That is a very, very good draw. Gives us lethal next turn. Is a blocker. Oh, now it's way lethal. Now these two are just lethal, so even if they kill Uro, we're good. Sorry about that. Alright, let's cycle this into... it's 4, right? So now they need exactly Blood Chief's Thirst or they're dead? Yeah. Okay, so post board. I think other Ugin seems great. Another Extinction Event seems good. Gargledon seems actually pretty good. Soul Shatter Heartless Act, and Agonizing Remorse all seem good. Mystical Dispute does not seem good. I don't like Neutralize. I definitely don't like Negate. It's like okay. Sharks are like okay in this matchup. I don't hate them. I don't think they're great necessarily, but I think they're fine. I can also see just cutting them. Negate might actually be good post-board. That's tough. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Is Negate good? We saw Timmy Calls the Dead. We saw Agonizing Remorse. I don't hate Negate. Neutralize Stopping Ox seems kind of interesting. I think I'm just going to go off the Sharks, though, for Gargs. Maybe Agonizing Remorse is actually bad. It does exile stuff out of their graveyard, which is nice. Maybe better than Negate. I don't know. That's actually really tough. I think I'm just going to go down to 1 Neutralize. I think this is fine. I think for the most part, I can just kill their stuff. Especially on the draw, Neutralize is kind of bad. I have Dasa's Intervention, which is like a bad Neutralize, but also my card draw, and it's fine. This hand looks really awkward. I think it's a keep. I think I need to draw some good mana, but these two cards are going to be good in the matchup. This is really good in the matchup. I have to get there, obviously, but this does help me get there. So I do think this is a keep. I think it's pretty close, but I think I'm supposed to keep. Okay. Bloodchief's Thirst, not a terrible draw. It's not great either, but it's fine. Stomp. Alright. Okay, Fable Passes is actually good. I think I'm just going to get this out of the way now. No, I was supposed to play blue so I could bluff a counterspell on 3. Alright. Let's get the green. Ooh. Alright, I do think I play this here. I don't want Agonizing. I think it's going to be too late. I'm really just in the market for lands here. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I just want to put Gargs in play. I guess, actually, maybe Agonizing would have been okay. Just to take whatever removal spell they might have that kills Gargs. I don't know how this deck beats this. I mean, obviously, it has black removal. It can just kill it. But past that, I don't really know how they beat it. I think I could just Extinction Event here. I wish I had another black source. I think I am just going to do it, though. Just get Mr. Crusher out of here. Okay, Uro I think was actually very good. Question is, do I Uro or Gargs first? I think it's better to just be more mana efficient in Gargs. They like have to answer this turn. They probably will, but they have to, otherwise I think the game ends. And they might not have, like... There's a lot of stuff they might not have. I'm definitely not blocking. I guess... Maybe I'm supposed to there? I don't know. Because now if they have a kill spell, I could have just gained the life. Oh, doesn't look like they have a kill spell. Yuck. I mean, if they have a kill spell, you have to main phase it. Okay, they didn't have it. Interesting. Wait, does this have Death Touch? Oh my gosh, that has Death Touch. I am very dumb. Didn't realize that had Death Touch. Well, we're alright. Not the end of the world. I got another Gargs here. I definitely should have killed that, for the record. I should have used the Bloodchief's Thirst on it. Not even close. I just forgot that it had Death Touch. Yeah, there's not even an argument for it. All right, well, they lost to Gargaroth. Card's messed up. Yeah, decks like this that just can't kill Gargaroth, they're going to struggle. Struggle against Sultai. Gargaroth is like if Baneslayer Angel was in a good color and then it was actually good too. Like Baneslayer Angel just doesn't win the game anymore if it stays in play. Gargaroth mostly does. Alright, I'm going to keep this video shorter. I'm going to call it here. We're a fourth of the way through Diamond. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep leveling. But going to space it out a little bit. Keep the videos a little shorter so people can, bite them off in smaller chunks, I guess you'd say. So thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll be back next time. I want to switch up decks here. I might go back to playing Omnath. Omnath is pretty lame, though. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might play some more Gruul. I really want to play Cycling. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This deck is so much fun, but I don't think it's good, so it's tough. Maybe I'll brew up some other decks. I just haven't seen very much winning outside of Sultai and Omnath. This Omnath deck is just so oppressive that just, like, nothing beats it. So it's just... I mean, Sultai beats it, kind of. You saw me get smashed by it in a game. Like, I lost 1-2. I lost a close one, but then I went and smashed it the next game. I don't know. We'll see. Verdict on Thassa's Intervention. It felt good. I liked the card. I don't think it's a 4 of. I think I would rather go back to having, like, maybe one or two Thassa's Interventions, and then I still think I want Reign of Revelation. Reign of Revelation just seems pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I think Reign of Revelation is slightly better. I do like Thassa's Intervention. It wasn't bad there by any means. I actually think it was pretty good. There's a chance maybe this is supposed to be a 4 of. I don't know. We're gonna keep testing this though. I want to figure this out. Although I think there's gonna be there might be some changes coming up to the standard format. We'll see what happens. So all the work I'm doing here might be invalidated, but for now I really like where this is at. Blood Chief's Thirst does keep going down for me. I have said on a couple occasions I wanted to cut it. I do think there's a chance that this should just be 4 Heartless Act main, another Soul Shatter main, no Blood Chief's Thirst main, and then put a couple Blood Chief's Thirsts in the sideboard. I could see that. This sorcery speed removal is just so bad. It just is not good. I don't know. We'll keep working on it, but I mean, there are times where this card's really good. I don't know. Just overall, I think it's mostly bad. We'll see. I might try a version with that next time where I'm just more instant speedy. We'll see where this goes. I'll work on it. But for now, that's all I got. So remember, if you like the content I'm making here, leave comments, subscribe to the channel, like the video. All of that really helps. It really helps me grow the channel. It really helps me keep doing this. So really appreciate it if you guys would do that. And with that, I'll talk to you next time.